All right. So we have a student and the student's ready to take the LSAT. I guess the first question is, should that student engage in some kind of commercial bar program or tutoring program? What would you say to that student?
Yeah, sure. So let's say you're starting off, you've done no prep yet. The first thing I would do is do some practice questions of each type. I'm not saying to do a full-length diagnostic because the results can often be discouraging, like I said before. It only tells you that you don't know anything yet. But let's say you want to score in the 170s and you start off with like a 150. Then I would say you've got a long way to go and you would want to arm yourself with the best resources possible. And so I'd say definitely number one, like I said before, actual old LSAT exams. But then I would also get some sort of resource or guide or course to give you the fundamentals of each section. Doesn't matter which one it is. If you were going to choose some sort of course or book, I would choose one published by or created by a company that specializes in the LSAT exclusively. The bigger companies out there, they teach every exam under the sun, and they're not as specialized or focused on the LSAT in particular. But my understanding is that the LSAT is uniquely difficult among other exams like the GRE, the GMAT, the SAT, and you want someone who really has made it their mission to understand this exam in depth rather than just copying the same reading comprehension technique they may be using for a different exam.
Wow, that's a good point. That's a really good point, actually, yeah.
So that's the number one thing I would say. You want to have real LSAT exams. You want to have a strict, detailed study plan so that you know exactly what to do every single day over the course of your prep. When I first started my website, I put out some free week-by-week schedules for those who were studying, and people really liked them, found them helpful to know exactly what to do. But then they asked me even more, like, we want day by day what to do, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I thought, that's nuts. Like, I can't tell you how to divide your week, but people really want to know it. So several years ago, I actually finally listened to my audience and created day by day study plans for periods of 1 month up to 7 months so that students know which prep test questions they should complete, which articles on my site they should read, which prep books they should use, et cetera, and even down to page numbers. A lot of times people are spinning their wheels and just not sure where to go. But if you can study systematically, then you can make real progress.
I mean, not so crazy, by the way, because I actually have students come into so I'm a law professor, and I have students come into my office, and we will sit down during final semester, and we will literally write down every single thing, to like having dinner with your parents or calling them, taking a run, and then I'm going to do outlining here, and I'm going to do practice questions here, and I'm going to study only towards here. So I think that's a great service. I really think that's an excellent and well-needed service.